Ladies and gentlemen. It's a little unusual. I'm putting a bit of a sound file at the beginning of this Let's Play because I wanted to mention something. A few minutes into the game, you'll hear me. There is a point at which Sherlock Holmes and Watson are leaving the judge's house, and Watson turns around and wants to go back into the. They see the judge coming, and they want to go back into the house. Watson does, and as he's walking, he has a little tiff with Sherlock Holmes there, and he wants to go back to speak to the judge, to confront the judge. And when he does, a cutscene occurs there. Now, in my game, it did not show up, and I've come to realize that several of the cutscenes, the pre-rendered cutscenes, are not showing up in my game, my version of the game, for some reason. Now, I don't know if it's because it's a digital download of it, because I noticed I went back and I found the cutscenes. So, in this case, I watched them and I realized that it looked like it was loading from a disc or something like that. So I have a digital download of it, so maybe it's not because I don't have the original discs that the cutscenes are, maybe they're on the disc, so they're not showing in my game. Apparently back in the Opium Den, for example, when Sherlock Holmes and Watson go to confront the two murderers, Sherlock Holmes pulls out they go around back, and suddenly Sherlock Holmes pulls out a gun. A cutscene was supposed to occur there, the one I was talking about, where I thought Lestrade comes in. Baines, Inspector Baines. And Sherlock Holmes pulls out a gun and goes to shoot at the guys, and this during the cutscene, and Watson is like, "What are you doing?" and pushes the gun away, and that's when the inspector breaks in and arrests the two guys. Now, I knew something happened, but I couldn't quite be sure. But again, like in this one, Watson goes to talk to the judge and goes to go into his house, and there's an explosion from inside the building, which blows out the building and hurts Lucy, the girl outside in front of it. Then Watson comes up, and Sherlock Holmes comes up to Watson, then suddenly goes to see if it's okay, and then he says, "I'm sorry," and he turns around and runs off. So that's that cutscene. It's a little short cutscene, about 30 seconds. What I did was, now you'll hear it, you'll see it, but I spliced it into my Let's Play from another source. So you'll hear me talking right after that about saying, like, what's going on, what happened there, because I didn't see it at all. So if you hear me and it sounds confusing because you just watched it or you just heard it, it's not there. I'm going to now start splicing them into the game. The thing is, I'm not sure when the cutscenes are appearing. Right after that, right after that explosion, Watson goes home to 221B Baker Street there, and they're flat, and then he looks around a little bit, then decides to go to bed. He says, "I want to lay down," and for me, he opens the door, and then he just suddenly wakes up in bed as if he was having a nightmare. Apparently there was a cutscene there. I totally missed it. So you'll hear it though. I'm going to splice it into the file, so you'll hear it. and everything will be okay. So just be aware when you hear me talking about I'm not sure what's going on and I didn't see anything. It's because it wasn't there. I guess I'll now have to try to be more careful and see if their cutscenes appearing. Like the bed one made sort of no indication really when Watson goes to bed, but the other one seemed to be weird, where suddenly it cuts, so I could tell there was supposed to be something there. When I do see that, I'll place it in there, but hopefully I'm not missing anything. So, as an aside, I just wanted to mention that the way Sherlock Holmes has been acting explains a lot about why Watson seemed to be sort of suspicious of Sherlock Holmes. So it seems to me that some of these cutscenes are explaining the sort of unusual behavior of Sherlock Holmes a little bit, or slightly off kilter, and why Watson seems to be sort of suspicious of him a little bit, and that totally explains it to me now. I was wondering why he just suddenly Watson seemed to be saying, or not believing in his friend, Sherlock Holmes and stuff, and this it makes much more sense having seen the cutscenes. It's much clearer. So, also I hope that the song comes out alright. The cutscenes might be slightly lower, slightly higher than the surrounding sound. It shouldn't be too much, not to make any much of a difference. So just be aware of that. I'm sorry. So thank you for your patience, and I'll get on with it right now. So, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bunnysays. I'm back again. I'm back for the Testament of Sherlock Holmes. We're going to do the war puzzle, and we just got the book, however it was, from James's secret desk there. From the cabinet where James had took the handle so he could keep getting sweets for himself. Okay, alright, where is the... Okay, hold on. Let's look at the green book. Okay, that's nice, but we really need to do what's in the green book. Do I have to look at the green book? Okay. Apparently no, we don't. So, wait, what is, okay, I would like to look at the green book. Okay, let me use the green book on the... Okay, let me do that. Okay. Where were the three? Oh, okay. I have to click on this first. Okay. There we go. Here we go. The fraternity symbols. So
the list of symbols of the American universities.
Okay. So we have pi, new. It looks okay. Okay, we look here. He had this one at the end, so this looks like it, I think. No, wait a minute. No, there was a V in his. Was there? It is. Because this had
a Greek letter.
Yeah, so that was new with the N.
A Greek letter.
Pi, okay. Pi and new, so let's take a look at there. New, there it is. I'm assuming this is it. Well, maybe not. Let me look. News. What is this? What is the Z looking thing? Okay, well. Okay, new Zeta Pi then, right? Let's take a look. Is there a new one of Pi anywhere else? Nope. Okay. New Zeta and Pi. There we go. Did it. What is going on? Oh, do I have to hold on. Was there another letter at the end there? I didn't remember. Oh. I have no idea what I'm doing here. What is... Oh, there we go. Okay. I wanted to see those. Okay, hold on. Let me... What was the last symbol? That's what I think I was supposed to look at, the last symbol. Okay. It's not letting me. Okay. So... Oh, maybe I'm supposed to like make letters. Yeah, new. Oh, okay. Oh, that's all. So it's just supposed to make the symbols. Okay, this would be, there we go, Zeta, and Pi would be, and this would be, okay, maybe, okay, that, I would imagine would go there. Okay, let's see here, and so this would, okay, what? Okay. Oh, okay, okay, I get it. And there we go. That's how you do it.
Well done, Holmes.
Alright, okay. I got it. You have to use the, according to the main dots there.
Incredible.
Whoa, what's that about?
Masses and masses of files.
Ooh, robbery, fraud,
Holmes,
murder.
these files, these cards, these reports, they're all about you.
Oh.
So it would seem. Your whole career is mapped out here, investigation by investigation. Look, a detailed report about your work in Whitechapel during the Ripper affair. And there, your relationship with a certain A. Lupin.
Mm-hmm.
And here, the details of your methods and transcriptions of your conversations with the greatest violent criminals. My God, look at the titles of the files. Fraud, deception, corruption, forgery, murder. What does it all mean?
They trying to insist that we're the ones doing fraud and murder and
Quiet.
corruption?
Let me concentrate. Concentrate? This judge has the reputation of being the most honest in the kingdom, and he has built an overwhelming pile of documents as high as Big Ben about you, and you talk of concentration? To open his chest to what end? Quiet. Holmes, answer me. What is the real reason for our being here? Did you know what we were going to find before we came here?
Evidently.
So that is the real reason behind this break-in. You're only interested in the contents of the chest. All the rest of it was nothing more than lies and manipulation.
The most important is the one in the chest, Watson.
What do you think, Holmes?
The one most important is the one in the chest. Okay, excuse me. My stomach's growling a little bit there. Okay, well, I guess we're waiting for the chest. Oh god. Group the balls by color, one color per square. Really? Okay, what was... Oh, really? Okay. What? Okay. Oh, okay. 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 Got it. Okay. Gotcha. Let's do this. And let's put it here. Move this. Okay, no, I can't. You know what? Let's get the blue balls together here. Then okay, let's take these out. Couple more of the greens together. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. Get the blue. One there, and let's get a red one here. Oh, you know what? No. Yeah, actually, let's do that. And then. No, actually, let's. Yep, let's. I want to get the blue one together first. So. Let's do that for right now, and let's get these red ones here. Let's do this. Yeah, you know what? That sounds good, actually. So I can move these blue ones here. And get the green one. No, I want the red. I want a bunch of these red ones here. And let's get some of these green ones going together. Yeah, okay. And well, let's do that for right now. And let's take these ones together, these green ones. Let's take these blue ones over here. No, okay. And let's move some of these green ones together. There we go. red ones together. There we go. And let's move some of these green ones together again. And this way we get the blue there. That was the main thing I wanted to get together, the blue. Okay. Now, let's move the blues over there. And let's get rid of these reds. There we go. Let's get rid of several of these green ones actually. Let's see if we can do this. Yeah, okay, let me try that. Yeah, no, okay, yeah. Yeah, let's do that. And let's get this green thing going here. Okay, let me get the reds back. Okay, let's do this. There we go. There it is, just one at a time. Moving them into place. That's it. Eventually it'll work out. There we go. Okay, maybe not. Okay, now. No, let's go back to there. There we go. Yeah. Ah, did it. What is...
There. I have what I came for.
Show me the file, Holmes.
It is unnecessary, Watson.
It's a file about you, isn't it? Is it so compromising that you don't dare show it to me? You came here to steal the research about you carried out by Judge Beckett, Holmes. It was the only thing that interested you.
We'll see about that later. We must put everything back in its place. No one must know that we've been here. Help me. Go and put the paddles back into their original position, and I'll deal with the rest.
But that's the plan of my flat. I mean, our flat.
Now this is murder, robbery, fraud, intimidation. Okay. Watson, you should have better faith in Sherlock Holmes now. Come on now. Was it the... Okay. Do I... no longer have... I don't have the pedals here, so... Oh, does this mean I have to put the book? Okay, no, there's... Yeah, oh, so I mean I have to get the paddles from the... Yes, I do. Okay.
Quick, Watson, we must get out of this house. Immediately.
What?
What? But
Be quick, man, it's urgent.
because of you, we have to flee like common criminals, which it seems we have now become. I only hope that the game is worth the risk. Show me the file right now.
Let's find a cab as quickly as possible. We can't stay here.
Why are you in such a hurry? You... Wait! Look over there. Judge Beckett. Yes, it's him. Let's go and talk to him.
It's too late.
Do as you wish, Holmes, but I need to hear an explanation about what was in that armored room. I'm going.
No, stay here. That's an order.
Your
You
giving
can't
orders
order him.
changes nothing. I'm going to talk to Judge Beckett, and you will not stop me.
Watson! Watson! Are you all right?
My God! What happened? Lucy! Oh, Lucy, poor girl. I must do something. Holmes, I need your help here.
Forgive me, Watson, but I'm afraid that I must leave now.
Leave? What the devil do you mean? Holmes, come back here! Holmes!
No, don't talk to him. Don't you even trust your friend? Come now. Well, what happened there? I swear I'm missing cutscenes.
Holmes! Are you here? Show yourself! No one. Perhaps it is just as well. I don't know what my reaction to him would have been. How dreadful. That poor Miss Lucy hanging between life and death. Luckily, I was able to place her in good hands. But how the devil did Holmes know that a bomb was about to go off? And what's more, he seems to have taken advantage of the tragedy. No more Judge Beckett, no more compromising documents, no more proof. There is nothing at all.
What is going on? There must be a... Oh man, I wonder if there's some kind of glitch there. Because... Okay, hold on. Wow, okay. I think it's skipping the cutscenes. I missed the entire cutscene there. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. It's not, might be because of the... Okay, yeah, okay. Reporter. New factors regarding Sherlock Holmes. New revelations regarding the true nature of the famous detective Sherlock Holmes have reached our editorial staff. Your humble servant, always seeking the truth, has been able to initiate contact with someone linked to the Bruce Boddington plans. Case of several years ago. Okay, this person is none other than the brother of the unfortunate Arthur Gallagher West, murdered during that terrible affair. The revelations made by this gentleman are astonishing. Desiring at all costs to realize the truth regarding his brother's death, uncovered a certain implication of Sherlock Holmes' the disappearance of the submarine's plans. Okay, so that he might lay his hands upon the documents, Mr. Holmes accused the famous partner, his accomplice, of stealing the plans. He double-crossed him by making the theft appear simple, in order to accuse him later. Then this had a trap with a newspaper bluff, a small simple ad, for the partner did not know that Mr. Holmes and his boss were one and the same person. Arrested and found guilty alone, the accomplice died in prison shortly afterwards under suspicious circumstances, taking Holmes' secret with him to the grave. These revelations are extremely important. Mr. Holmes is not a vulgar, deceitful criminal, but well and truly one of the central figures of international violent crime, who would not hesitate to betray his homeland. Wow, really?
How dreadful.
Oh, okay, no. I thought this would... Okay, I thought this would show the... I'm missing... Oh, I shouldn't... Oh... This must be the movies or something. It must... What I get here? Breaking the law. I have a great deal of respect for your judgment. You open the safe room. That's terrible. I'm missing cutscenes. I'll have to end up looking it up myself. I'm sorry if you're watching this. I think it's... No, I'm wondering if... Okay, I was thinking that maybe... Did I have something that's saying... No, I mean, I didn't really change any of these, except for the music volume and the sounds, you know. I don't know what to say. I don't know why it's probably skippy because it won't show the old movies, you know, like the old type of movies from the older games. Well, I literally don't know what's going on. Wait.
A fountain pen, just like the rat killers. Today, that dangerous maniac is free. And what's more, it is Holmes's fault. That inquiry at Westgate was a total failure.
Okay, what is this?
Kurtz's pipe. So, Holmes took it with him. I wonder if he would have fired at those fiends in the opium den. A few days ago, such doubts would never have crossed my mind, but today I find myself asking if he could have killed in cold blood. Loyal Toby. Holmes would have shown us, wouldn't he?
Show us what? Okay. What am I doing here, by the way? No, it doesn't even... Okay. No, it's not showing... And there's something about Lucy as well. Okay. This must be the movies or something. That's why I'm wondering... Wonder why it's cut out like that. Okay, what am I supposed to be doing here? I don't even know what I'm supposed to do doing now. I'm just walking around the room pissed off. Is that what's going on? Looking at stuff?
The paper Holmes used to wrap that mysterious package that he left at the judge's house just a few minutes before the explosion.
Explosion? So, okay, I'm gathering that what? There was an explosion at the judge's house just as what? The judge went in? Maybe the judge died? And maybe Lucy was there since he was in front of the judge's house. She got hurt. Is that what's going on? And Holmes took off and we now controlling Watson.
Locked.
Locked.
These events have shattered my nerves. I should sleep for a few hours. Or at least, I should try.
Okay, which room is mine? Okay, yeah, this one.
Doctor! There you are. I was poisoned.
By who?
Ah, you know him very well. Such a clever man. A brilliant mind, but so evil. He has hurt so many of us.
Who are you talking about? Holmes?
So hot. Flames. The heat is unbearable. Water, I beg you. Where is he, the devil? One day he will have to answer to a higher power. Oh, I need air. I need water. Ease my pain.
Who did this to you?
Dr. Watson!
Is that Lucy? Lucy, you are wounded.
I can't find my children, Doctor. Find them for me. But I beg you, keep them away from Mr. Holmes.
Lucy, no. Why do you say that? Let me help you.
You are so kind. It is too late for me, but you can still save yourself.
Holmes, I know you were in there. Holmes, open this door immediately.
I think that I would rather not.
Tell me the truth, Holmes. I need to know. You have no right to keep the truth from me. Tell me.
I am sorry, Watson.
Open this door, or I will break it down.
Do what you like. The door is not locked.
What are you doing? No, Holmes! No, it is impossible.
Oh no, that's terrible. I'm gonna have to go look up that cutscene now.
What's going on? Yes,
Police!
yes, just
Open
one moment, I'm coming.
At least I'm going to try to see what's going on.
Dr. Watson, is Mr. Holmes here?
Inspector Baines, what?
Is he here or not?
No, I do not believe so.
Open the door, quickly. You're going to have to come with me, Doctor. We have a lot of questions to ask you about your relationship with Sherlock Holmes, and also regarding your movements early yesterday evening.
It's empty, Inspector.
Get dressed. We're leaving in 2 minutes.
Yes, I'm coming. I'll do all I can to help you. I would also like to find the answers to some of my own questions.
Sergeant, I'd like you to stay here with some of your men and search the place from top to bottom. If there is one clue here that will lead me to him, then I want you to find it. Doctor, you must understand that I am sorry about this situation, but if, as we believe, Holmes is a murderer, I won't hesitate to arrest him.
What did you say? A murderer?
You heard me, Doctor. The Bishop's murderers informed us that they were following orders from Sherlock Holmes.
What? Oh, something's going on.
Baines and his men have ransacked the place during my interrogation at Scotland Yard. I would never have imagined that I should be put through such an ordeal. I have always fought on the side of justice, but to be interrogated for hours like a common criminal, having to proclaim my innocence over and over again. Baines is convinced that Holmes is guilty, but who can blame him? Everything seems to point to him. I had thought that the worst was behind me, but here I am, as a suspected accomplice. All I need to do is to find Holmes, and when I find him, I'll decide. I'm going to search the flat. Perhaps Baines overlooked some clues.
That's what I was just saying. I was looking at the flat, and I was like, what a mess. Is the dog okay? Okay. They destroyed everything. They didn't even... Really? Do they have to do that to the kitchen, the table?
This disguise evidently belongs to Holmes.
What is this?
This disguise evidently belongs to Holmes.
Oh, there's more disguise. Okay. And...
This disguise evidently belongs to Holmes.
Okay, what is he talking about? Why does he keep on looking at the disguises? Okay, Toby's okay.
This disguise evidently belongs to Holmes.
Yes, I get all that. What I want is to go to his room.
Ugh, what a smell! It reeks of tobacco.
Okay, what do we have here?
This disguise...
Yes, more disguises.
This is what Holmes was wearing yesterday.
Oh, really?
Holmes has left his tweed suit here. So, he came back to change after he left me in front of Judge Beckett's house, just after the explosion. Knowing that Scotland Yard is looking for him, he will likely have changed into one of his disguises. I just need to know which one. The best thing to do is proceed by elimination. I will use the wardrobe in the sitting room to reconstruct them.
Okay. Well, it looks like it's our turn to be Sherlock here. What is this?
Holmes's tobacco.
Oh.
A hole. There must be a false bottom. I need something thin to prise it up.
Oh, really? There we go. You must use this pin to do this.
A hole. There must be a...
I just had it. Oh. Irene Adler. That's the picture of Irene Adler.
A photo of Irene Adler. The woman, according to Holmes.
Mm-hmm.
Holmes's Victoria Cross.
Mm-hmm. And...
A letter addressed to Zachariah Dossett, the clergyman? But what is that doing here? It's a rent reminder. But why should Holmes be concerned about that?
Yeah.
Another letter. This one for a certain Escott. Who could that be? This J. Escott must be a worker in the building. A letter addressed to a clerk of the court. Why in heaven's name has Holmes got that? This letter is addressed to a naval captain. My goodness. All these carefully hidden envelopes were addressed to Holmes under various identities. The addresses are therefore those of his hiding places. Holmes has never told me about them. I suppose that he goes there regularly and discreetly to pick up his mail. I cannot waste precious time by going to each of these addresses. I must refine my research.
Oh, I was going to say, okay. Alright. Now, okay. Now what is that? Shoes. Okay, oh, we're going to pick up all this guy's stuff, right? Is that what's going on here? Looks like it. Let's look around, be careful. A hat. So, okay, there's a, what is that? A jacket. Another hat. What is this?
This bust was used to fool Colonel Moran during the case of the empty house.
Yeah, okay. So, I was looking, where was the rest of this guy's stuff? What a mess. Did they really have to do all this and not, like, I mean, seriously. Okay, let's... Okay, anything in my room?
Baines's men have more or less spared my bedroom. How kind of them.
Thank them. It was, well, at least that was very nice. I want to check out my room just in case there's something in here. No? Okay. Let's get to this cabinet here.
I must collect all the pieces of Holmes's disguises and assemble them in the wardrobe in the sitting room.
Okay. Oh. Well, I didn't do it yet. So, but, okay. Shoes, I guess. Okay. Nothing there. Okay. Let's quit because I gotta pick up the rest of the stuff here. Jacket and the hat. More shoes, I think. Let's see, where are the other shoes? Oh, here they are. Okay, is that everything? No, the pants. Okay. Now, is there anything else we missed? Or... No? Good boy, Toby. And what is this? More pants. And let's look at the... what is that? Another jacket? Wait, did it have 3 sets of stuff here? So that means it's what? Another set of shoes? Did I get everything from here? There's more shoes there. Is that them? No? There we go. And so? Yeah, there they are. Okay, I knew there was another pair of shoes there.
This is what Holmes was wearing yesterday.
That must be he's missing a jacket then, right? I mean, well, maybe. Okay, that's that. This sounds like an incredibly elaborate setup of Sherlock Holmes by maybe Professor Moriarty. Somebody's going out of the way to make a massive setup of him. Okay, what are the instructions here? To do switch disguise is missing. Okay. Let's put the pants there. And, I mean, I'm assuming. Okay, let me. Let's see. Right? What's that? No. Okay. I think. This looks appropriate, doesn't it? Or maybe. Yeah. Let's see. Do these go without? Yeah. The hat doesn't look right though. Well. Like, yeah, okay, no. Yep, okay, that's more like it, I think. Okay, let's... Joshua Hayward, clerk to the Court of Justice, 12 Fleet Street, London. Am I able to look at anything here? Okay, interesting. J. Escott, 6 Bucks Row, Whitechapel, London. How is this going to help me? Okay. Captain Basil, Limehouse Docks, 7, London. Reverend Zachariah Dawsett, Rectory Grove, London. Oh, you know what? I think I actually remember. He was the Reverend in... He's pretending to be the Reverend in the case of the... with the Irene Adler, that case, and Captain Basil Limehouse Docks was the sign of the 4, I believe, and I don't remember the rest of those. Let me look at these. What was that about? Okay. It just says it's backed. It doesn't say I can do anything. Can I turn it around, or what was going on? Right, okay. Hold on. Let me... Instructions. Okay. This is the... Okay, oh, okay. This is the Limehouse one, because it's the captain. Alright. The Reverend, I imagine, is this one. This is clerk to the court. Okay, this is captain and Reverend. Okay. I assume this is a Reverend's hat. I'm guessing. I don't know. Then J. Oscott, 6 Bucks Row, Whitechapel, London. Okay, I don't... Is there anything here? Or... Can we turn this around at all? No, we can't. Okay. Let me see here. Can't rotate this or anything? Or... So I'm assuming this is... How do I actually... What is this? Yeah, that's... Okay, this is the... No, oh, go back. No? What? Okay. This is the Limehouse. Okay, Captain Basil Limehouse. Okay. That's here. This is the Reverend. The thing is, I don't know what these ones are. Okay. Joshua Hayward, clerk to the Court of Justice. Or J. Escott, 6 Bucks Row. I guess that's this. I guess that would be this.
I must put the right name to the right disguise.
Oh, okay. That's... Okay, so this one.
I must put the right...
I did, didn't I? Come on. Let's... Okay, that's the... Okay, so the... Okay, so this
I must put the right name...
What? Really? this hat goes there? No. I'm only assuming these certain things because of the colors. I mean, unless this goes here, or this one. Ah, maybe that does. And the hat doesn't go there, does it? No. Yeah, and I'm assuming these shoes are proper. Maybe the shoes go around that way. Look at the shoes. Okay, let's put these shoes there.
I must put the...
Barely.
I must put the...
Let's see here. Oh, it's so confusing. How do I know whose clothes is who? Who's... or who's... there? Okay. Well, I mean, I'm guessing the captain, the Reverend here. I'm assuming this is the Reverend. Now.
I must put the right name to the right disguise.
Or didn't I?
I must put the right name to the right disguise.
Okay. Okay, I'm assuming it's like that for those. Now. Yeah, let me inspect these pants. Okay. And these ones, yeah, it's got the stains all over it. Okay. And okay, yeah. Let me look at these shoes here. Nope, these got the stains all over them, don't they? Well, actually, they all do. Let me do this
I must
now.
put the... I must put...
Okay. These are all the stained shoes, so maybe...
There, the entire outfit.
Ah, okay. That's more like it. When I put the whole outfit down, he says that's the whole outfit. So therefore, J. Ascot, 6 Bucks Row, Whitechapel, London. Right? No, that's not. Okay, let me... Okay. I'm assuming that's not Joshua Clark. But which one is the Reverend? I'm assuming this is a Reverend's outfit. Right? No, because that was because that had stains on it. Didn't it? Yes, it does, yeah. Okay, the hat does not though, so there. Okay. And I'm sure it's the Clark. Sure it's this one. But I guess I just have to match up the proper shoes. So I can't touch any of these, except for the name. Oh, okay, maybe, maybe the Clark is this, okay, maybe it's this, maybe it's that one. Okay. Nope, didn't work. Maybe these shoes go there. Maybe hats go back. Okay. I'm assuming this is the cap, because it's got a captain's symbol on it. Look, it's got captain stuff on it. Alright, so I would assume that's the Captain Basil and Ostox. Alright. This is the Reverend, and that's the Buckshore Whitechapel. It's sort of a dirty suit. I suppose Whitechapel is supposed to be a dirty place, I guess. And okay, well. No. Okay. Assuming that's the Whitechapel one. This is the stains on it too. Yeah, okay, yeah. Am I missing pieces from the... No, I don't think so. Okay, so this suit is okay. And that means... I guess this is... Yeah, okay. No Clark? No? Okay. I guess not. Okay. But are these disguises correct? That's all I want to know. Is okay. Maybe. I can't. Okay. Okay. Maybe the shoes are... Which one's stained? Can't tell which one is supposed to be crappy shoes. I can't tell. Okay. These look to me like that. So... Maybe this is the guy?
I must put the right name to the right disguise.
Like I figured. Okay, so... Here we go. Okay. There you go. And... I'm assuming that's that one. This can't be a Clark, right? No, assuming that's the... Okay. Okay, I'm gonna, you know what, I'm gonna take, I think we're getting on long, so I'm going to take a little bit of time, take a break from this. I'm gonna go find that, see if I can find that movie too, by the way. So, no, I'm not skipping the puzzle. I'll close it for right now. Right now, hold on. I'll look around the room here. Am I missing something? No. Okay. No. No. Okay. On the table, or...
I must collect all the pieces of Holmes's disguises and
Okay, gotcha. Okay, it's my room. Let's look in here first. Okay.
This is what
the-
Holmes was wearing yesterday.
Okay, so... And...
Holmes's... A photo...
Okay, it's close, thank you. Okay, there's a... Nope. It's Carol Lorian head statue. Okay, let me see something. Yeah, it's showing the handle to the door, saying you should leave. Okay. Really? Was it showing you my room here? Okay. I'll look at my typewriter in 1 second.
Here is where I write my stories about Holmes's cases. And I've got work to do.
Okay, yeah, this file is going to go much longer than I expected. Okay, so, yeah, plus I need to go. So, I'll have to get back to this afterwards. And yeah, I'm going to try to find out about the, I guess these cutscenes have been missing. So, maybe they're... I'll see what's going on, see if anybody else is having that problem. Maybe they could fix it or something. So, okay. This is Bunnysays. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you're joining me again. And I'll see what I can do about that. So, goodbye for now.